This is Blind Motor Gamer, and you're listening to a holiday episode of the Blindside Podcast. What is up, Kaira? How is it going? It is Blind Motor Gamer here. Welcome to another episode.
Welcome back, Blind. It is spooky season at this point. Blind and I have decided we are going to knock out the trifecta of holidays all at once. We are going to be doing Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Yep, we're doing Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, but there's a catch. We're talking about celebrating these holidays as adults with disabilities.
Yes, there will still be some nostalgia thrown in, but for the most part, we will be discussing our adult experiences with holidays.
Yes. So, okay, Kyra, would you like to start or would you like me to go first on this one?
Okay, so we are going in chronological order with Halloween being first. So,
Mm-hmm.
being an adult and celebrating Halloween as a disabled person can be tricky. When I was 13, I was told, Tyra, you can't go trick or treating anymore. You're staying home and handing out the candy. And so, for a long time, I started handing out the candy. It wasn't, and I would sit outside, oftentimes in the cold, and hand out candy. Sometimes I would hand out candy at our church at trunk or treat. And then when they changed the format of trunk or treat to a literal car trunk, I'm like, well, screw this. I'm not going to do that anymore because I don't have a car.
Mm-hmm.
Perk of being disabled. So the last 2 years and this year, I signed up to run a selfie booth at Trunk or Treat. That is real easy. I put on a costume that kids love. I sit, I hand out a sticker if the kids want them, and the kids adore the costume. It's so much fun and it's so relaxing. I can be around all the little kids and I can enjoy Halloween, but um but still be an adult and still dress up. Not only that, I have found that I can get away with trick or treating as a disabled adult because there's so many public trick or treating events in my area now. And they don't care if you're an adult or a kid. If you come with a bucket and want candy, you'll get candy.
Nice. Now,
I even buy Halloween candy for myself now.
oh, nice. Now, your boy Blind doesn't buy his own Halloween candy because Blind likes to be healthy. So as far as what Kyra alluded to with Trunk or Treat, I'm going to be greeting at Trunk or Treat this year again. So I'm going to be
Yes, this will
doing
be this will be Blind's
second,
second year doing it.
and then let's see, celebrating Halloween as an adult with that has a disability. One thing I like to do is I like to watch scary paranormal videos.
I like to watch nostalgic Halloween episodes. Like, I engaged in one of my favorite Halloween episodes last night, Scaredy Pants from season one of SpongeBob. And I've got some news. Those of you guys who have tuned into our past Halloween episodes know that I was a teenage Gary, traumatized me so much as a kid. Well, it's still my least favorite SpongeBob episode. It doesn't scare me like it used to, but it does make me cringe seeing SpongeBob grotesquely American Werewolf in London style transform into a snail.
Oh wow,
But I can watch the episode and halfway enjoy it now. But I still prefer Scaredy Pants, the episode that comes before it, because that SpongeBob is the embodiment of an adult at Halloween. He's scared of his own shadow and he just wants to overcome his fear and enjoy Halloween.
nice. But yeah, one thing I do, I always watch a YouTube channel top fives. That's top the number five, the letter S. Creepy Marathon Month. They release a paranormal video every day leading up to Halloween.
That is pretty freaking cool. Um, I am actually going to be watching the two Beetlejuice movies this month as part of my Halloween celebration. I will also be watching Nightmare Before Christmas. And one thing I want to try to find to watch for the first time is the lesser known Tim Burton claymation film, Corpse Bride.
Nice. So yeah, there's that, and then what am I gonna do? I've got content coming up on the YouTube channel for Halloween. I'm gonna be celebrating, like I said, doing the greeter thing, and I just enjoy mainly the culture of Halloween, not necessarily the sweets, because your boy don't like sweets all that much these days. You know? He,
I will be dressing up for Halloween multiple times. In fact, my
nice.
my boss at my fairly new job has asked me to wear my costume to work, even though work falls before Halloween and not on Halloween. And I'm willing to wear the majority of the costume. There are certain aspects of it that will have to be cut for work, for the
Hmm.
sake of comfort, but I will be wearing the costume, so I'll make my boss happy.
Nice. But yeah, I mean, Halloween. I just mainly enjoy the paranormal stuff. Um, I
I
enjoy uh, old wrestling pay per views around that time.
I
Uh,
enjoy the dressing up, the candy, and the Halloween specials.
right. Now, real quickly before we move on to our next holiday, what are some stereotypes that you face as an adult with a disability who celebrates Halloween? What stereotypes do you face as far as like you
That
know?
that just because you're an adult means that you can't participate in the fun traditions such as dressing up or trick or treating. I In the last year alone, I have learned you can be an adult with a disability and dress up for Halloween. They will not care.
Right, and this one pertains to you.
Mhm.
Do you ever get called out for not having a blue bucket or a blue pump because of your being on the spectrum?
Nope, they don't care. In fact, I think I can get away with trick or treating as an adult because I look like a teenager. I legitimately think that they think I'm a high schooler going trick or treating.
Nice. With me, as a individual who is blinded, I don't really face a lot of the stereotypes. I mean, I don't really face a lot of that because I don't, I enjoy Halloween in my own way.
Now, there is one thing that I am glad that has improved upon since I did Halloween as a kid that I'm really happy about. There are an increasing amount of allergy friendly candies, and most importantly, peanut free candies,
Hmm.
as I am someone with a food allergy, which some would consider a disability within itself. And there's even this thing called the Teal Pumpkin Project where you can hand out candy alternatives to kids with food allergies. And just seeing awareness about food allergies at Halloween is important because every Halloween it was the same thing. My sister and I would dump out our Halloween candy. I'd give her what I didn't want. And the candies I couldn't eat, and she'd give me the candy she didn't want.
Nice. Nice. So, all right, we've covered Halloween. Now let's move on to Turkey Day itself, Thanksgiving.
Turkey Day, it's really that was a holiday where I kind of had to adapt into being the adult for Turkey Day. One year I took on the role as the Thanksgiving baker. And one of those years just about ended in disaster.
Hmm.
I went to go put my pumpkin pie in the oven. It spilled all over the oven door and all over the floor.
Oh God.
I had a big disastrous meltdown over my pumpkin pie because the only thing that could be salvaged was the pie crust. So we had to get a whole new set of ingredients, a whole nother pie crust. But thankfully, my mother's housekeeper came and was able to clean up the mess I made, and I felt awful about putting her through that. But one neat thing about being the, but being the adult, the disabled adult with on Thanksgiving, sometimes I need to go take a break from the family to avoid burnout or a meltdown.
Hmm.
My family is used to me parading around the house with a turkey hat on, like it's a literal crochet turkey. So instead of seeing my hair, all you can see is a turkey. Um, and Thanksgiving is also really rough. We lost someone important just 3 days after Thanksgiving when I was a teenager. And that's what kind of triggered the you need to transition into being an adult at Thanksgiving kind of thing. Not really because I was disabled, but more because Thanksgiving was never going to be the same.
Yeah, yeah. For me, as an adult with disability, how I do Thanksgiving is I watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
As do I.
I don't do any of the cooking. My family handles all of that, you know.
Yeah.
So I watch the Thanksgiving Day Parade. I listen to Alice's Restaurant on WKQQ, and you can too via Alexa or go to their website or tune it
Or
in.
physical radio.
Yeah, or physical radio. So I here's my the way I do it. I get up early Thanksgiving Day. I watch the Today Show,
Hmm.
then parade, Alice's Restaurant, eat and watch Major League Wrestling. Some of the best wrestling on YouTube, which you can watch now for free on their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And then I watch more wrestling to end my Thanksgiving Day with even
And
more Thanksgiving food.
and one of the big things about me being the disabled adult at Thanksgiving I do um I do my dessert cooking in in my own kitchen if I can, my baking in my kitchen if I can. And my mother will come and pick me and my faithful furry companion up, and we will go to her house and spend Thanksgiving Eve at her house. In the morning, I'm the first one up, and so I will get up, watch the parade, put whatever Thanksgiving breakfast is for breakfast in the oven, and just go enjoy the parade. And then the dog
Mm-hmm.
show comes on, which is on until my stepdad comes in and changes it to football.
Boo.
Hey, he's the
Football.
one who watches football. I'd rather have the dog show.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the biggest one of the biggest things about being an adult at Thanksgiving, like on Thanksgiving Day, is my family likes to drink culturally. I mean, not heavy drinking, just like Bloody Marys and mimosas. So I do watch my alcohol consumption at Thanksgiving, because that's one thing about the holidays as an adult you have to be mindful of is drinking. You don't realize how much how much of an impact that is at the holidays until you're one that has to either not drink or limit your drinking.
Right. Um, Now, are there any type of like stereotypes that you face, as it relates to Thanksgiving as a person who is disabled that you
I
have
have
to?
I have not really faced any. I have not really faced any, and there's not really any stereotypes about being a disabled adult at Thanksgiving that I know of.
Same. It's same. So, I think we've covered Thanksgiving pretty well. What do you think, Kyra?
Yes, I can agree.
Now it's time to move on to Christmas.
Christmas as a disabled adult was interesting. That was when I had to give up. That was when I had to realize that Santa is more of a idea you believe in rather than a real thing, which was heartbreaking for me. But that was also when I came to my own, began embracing holiday baking and Christmas shopping, my poor ability to wrap gifts, holiday cards, Christmas events, funky sweaters, and just like with Thanksgiving, I kind of had to learn, okay, take a step back if you get overwhelmed, to avoid the burnout, to avoid the meltdown, because Christmas, to me, Christmas can be even more overwhelming than Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it can literally be um over. I mean, because you got all the Christmas shoppers and mall
And
Santas and
your family and the
mm-hmm,
crowds and the sales and
mm-hmm,
the routine change. And that is again one of those things where I have to, like, okay, the furry companion and I go off to my mother's for a couple days. And so then you feel sleep deprived, and there's the pressure to drink or to not drink. Yeah, moving on.
mm-hmm. And one thing as a person with disability, as an adult, one stereotype that I don't really face, but it drives me insane.
Hmm.
And I do have a story to share. One, it was a few years ago, back when I had usable vision. My family and I were at Walmart, and I had younger members of the family then,
Hmm.
and mom wanted to, show them Santa was real. So of
Yeah.
course, there's the Walmart Santa. And she said, "Hey, blind, let's you can get in the picture with Santa." He went to put his arm around me. I said, you stand right
Yeah.
here. I'll stand here. We'll do it the right way."
Yeah.
Now he honored and respected my wish, but if I didn't have said something, you know,
That's the thing with Santa. I've always been cautious. Um, I'm more of a ask me before you're going to touch me kind of
yeah,
person.
yeah, mm-hmm,
Because that has led to awkward encounters at like a funeral. That's one example, but we're not getting into that. And so, if Santa says, "Can I help? Can I put my arm around you for the picture?" I'd be like, "Just be careful, Santa. I'm ticklish." Ticklish.
yeah, and again, I had to advocate and speak up and say, "Hey, I would rather let's just do it the right way. Don't touch me."
That's you're right. The big thing for me about the holidays is like I had to advocate for myself that I have a childlike sense of wonder. And so me being childish at Christmas is going to be a normal thing for me. Like, I don't care how you do it. Let me do it how I do it.
Right. Now, me, I like to keep my Christmases simple. Keep it just, I'm thankful for, let's see, a warm home, which, we're
Mhm.
fixing to enter that type of year. So, a warm home, a warm place to lay my head, a
Yeah.
job to go to, every day. You know what I mean? I'm grateful
Yeah.
because, there are people out there that don't have a warm home, food. Um,
Or if you're like me, who spent the last two Christmases unemployed,
right. You'll be able to contribute to your families.
and that's why I'm so excited about working as a
Right.
disabled adult this Christmas, because I'll be able to budget and give people thoughtful gifts. Like, I just made a post on Facebook today about how, even though I don't make much, I am planning carefully for all the people I have to plan for, and just be grateful you get anything at all given how little I make.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because and that's another thing too. We have to think about the economy. You know, I mean, because with the way things are with that, yeah, just be grateful that if you get something, I was thinking of you. It's the thought. I have a story to share. I had a
Yeah.
family member that was very important to me who passed away several years, 5 years ago.
Mhm.
He always told me at Christmas he would always give us about like $5, right? He said it's not
Right.
much, but it's the thought. It's not the amount or the
Exactly.
thing. They're thinking of you and they love you. And
Yeah.
I have another story to share.
Okay.
It don't involve me, but you know how we're talking about being grateful, being thankful and appreciative, right?
Right.
I've heard stories of there was someone, I'm not going to name names, but they were
Mhm.
at a person's birthday and they got a gift card,
Yeah.
and the gift card only had like $5 on it, and
Ooh.
and they said to the like only $5 because that's as much as the person giving the gift could afford,
Yeah.
and that person who made that remark got their butt chewed out. Now, and rightfully so, because now you know, and the point being, be grateful.
Exactly. Like I'm one of those people that will give you a thoughtful gift that is
Mm-hmm.
more than likely something you need. So
Mm-hmm.
like if I've taken my time to pick out something like that for you, be grateful I gave it to you. Like
Oh yeah.
for like for example, I got my butt chewed out for giving a spice for Christmas. I'm like, and they're like, why would you do this? This is a nice high quality spice. We don't need this. I'm like, well, we were almost out of it. What did you want me to do?
Right. I mean, so even if you get a small gift this year, be grateful that they're thinking of you.
Yeah,
You know, be,
because they could just be like, oh, I couldn't afford to get you anything, so you're not getting anything.
right. And I got another story to share, kind of before we do our
I
thing.
do want to touch on New Year's real quick before we wrap things up, by the
Right,
way.
right. Before we move into that, me and Servant to Cats, you all knew her.
Mm-hmm.
We were celebrating what was ironically enough our last Christmas together,
Yeah.
and her worker, we had a gift for her. So
Mm-hmm.
we presented it, and she goes, "Guys, you didn't have to do this." And she
Yeah.
had nothing for us in return. And we said, "Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We're fine." Because it's not about the gift; it's about the thought and that they love you,
Exactly.
and it's about other thing. The birth of a certain individual,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep. And
Mhm.
that's the other neat thing about Christmas in my family. We go to a Christmas Eve service somewhere. And that's one of the neat things is taking place in a service that honors the birth of our
Right,
savior.
right. And I think where we go, Kyra, they'll probably do something for us too, specific to
I
that.
think so.
But
I
the
know
point
that.
is,
Sorry.
we're honoring that very monumental event,
Yeah.
as you were.
But I was going to say, we will also have our holiday bazaar slash artist showcase this year, if I recall correctly. And that's another neat thing because that gives you a little bit extra income. Or if you are like me, who has adorned their place in um, ceramics pieces, you can show off your work.
Nice. Awesome. All right, so we've covered quite a bit so far. Now let's talk about New Year's.
New
Christmas is
Year's,
over. We've
New
unwrapped the gifts. We're
New
still in the cold
Year,
winter.
yeah, New Year's is the most important to me, disability wise. New Year's is when I started my seizure free streak in 2013. That was the toughest New Year's ever because I was celebrating New Year's. New Year's Day in a hospital room with a thing of Mountain Dew and a thing of sparkling cider. And I remember watching that countdown on the TV in that hospital room. And from that point on, New Year's became a date of renewal for me. In fact, this year I did a new New Year's tradition: 12 grapes by the stroke of midnight. If you eat 12 grapes in a minute, you get 12 months of bad luck. And by golly, it sure as heck paid off for me this year.
I thought you said good. You said bad luck. You weren't supposed to say good luck.
No,
Huh?
I did not say bad luck. I
Oh,
said good luck.
okay.
You
Sorry, I
misheard
misheard.
me.
I misheard. Okay.
It's okay.
So, yeah, one thing I do now is I'll do like a midnight stream on YouTube.
That is true. Blind goes all out for New Year's.
Yes, I do. It's something I do each year. I ring in each year. I pick a game that's playable, and I will play it for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Or I'll play it the first day of the year, depending
Yep.
on if I'm ready to you know.
Yeah. But no, I'll get so starting this past New Year's, I'll get a thing of grapes, I'll get a thing of sparkling cider, and I will enjoy my New Year's.
Yep, I will be enjoying my New Year's with a game of my choosing. Y- you know, um,
I will be. I don't even watch the countdown anymore. I just well, actually, I do for like the last minute of the countdown. But I'm just very casual about New Year's because for me, it is about the renewal and celebrating my new lease on life with my seizure free date coming up every New Year's.
right, and for me, it's about just getting a second chance, getting to experience things that I didn't get to experience in in the old year. You know, like I'll give an example. New Year's Eve or New Year's, it was just last year. Um, what happened with my job? I got to be a part-time state employee.
Yeah, you did.
And this year, New Year's Eve, New Year's for this year, not really much happened, but I got a feeling next year is going to be the big year.
Well,
You know,
for me, that 12 grapes tradition brought me good luck because within just 3 months, I found a new job, and now I'm coming up on 7 months at that job. And when I thought something better came, my luck brought me back to my old job, which was what was right for me. Um,
mm,
I'm making more money. I'm still in good, healthy relationships. I
mhm.
have strengthened old friendships, brought on new friendships. Um, and while my anxiety is going up and down, my mental health has been uh, pretty good despite the current circumstances. So I think I found myself a new reliable tradition for New Year's.
Nice. I mean, for me, this past year has brought, better health, and I hope to continue that in 2026. And so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
It brought me a new you know provider, which but anyway, the point being, new, new year, new things, new traditions, new chances, new experiences. And I don't really know of any stereotypes, that we would face as a person with disability. I would say just get out there and enjoy the new year, enjoy the holidays as you see fit. That would be my way of doing things. Do it your way. Don't let anyone tell you how to enjoy the holidays,
That's what I would say about any holiday, whether it be Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year,
right? Or
or even
Halloween,
Valentine's Day. Halloween, I forgot to say Halloween.
yeah, or Halloween too. Whatever the holiday is, enjoy it your way. Do your own thing, and don't let anyone make you do expectations. It's your
Eh,
holiday. You enjoy it.
Except for St. Patrick's Day. Don't go pinching people on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that's the only rule. Don't know because if blind gets pinched, yeah, there's a serious story I could tell, but we'll wait on that one.
If
All
you
right.
pinch if you pinch me, you're gonna get smacked.
Yep.
Kidding, mom. Kidding, mom.
Yeah. With me, if I get pinched, you might get something that rhymes with crunch, hunch, and munch. Mm-hmm. Anyway, um, okay. You got anything you want to say to kind of give anybody some advice before we wrap up this end of the year podcast going into 2026?
What I will say, as we have four major holidays coming up, as we have reiterated this episode, do not be afraid to be yourself. If you want to go dress up and go trick or treating as an adult, go dress up and go trick or treating as an adult. If you still want to go believe in Santa at Christmas, go believe in Santa at Christmas. If you want to parade around in a turkey hat at Thanksgiving, go parade around in a turkey hat at Thanksgiving. You do you, as long as you're not hurting people.
Right, like that one douchebag. What was his name? Who did that? Who made Santa's naughty list by being a total douche and committing felonious assault with his vehicle?
Blind, you're killing me.
Yeah, who was that individual?
I don't remember.
Well, he made Santa's naughty list, and Santa's going to give him a not so pleasant surprise. I do believe. What do you think?
Let's give him a whole freaking sack of coal and be done with it.
Yep, and then that might as well be red hot coal.
Yeah, and not the cute coal with the snowman painted on it either.
No, no, no. He'll get the ouchies.
Oh God.
But as far as Santa, I'm surprised no one's tried to kick Santa and his jingle bells for not giving them what they want for Christmas.
Actually, I have heard stories of kids throwing tantrums for Santa in places like the mall.
Oh God.
I want to take
Oh
I want to
man.
take the furry companion to go meet Santa this year. Whether or not I'll pull it off, I don't know, but I want to try.
Nice. Okay, so the point here is be you, do the right, do you, live and let live, and have a. I want to wish everybody season's greetings. Have a happy and healthy holiday season. We will see you in 2026. So, with that being said, for Kaira Super Saiyan, I am Blind Metal Gamer saying happy holidays, stay warm, stay safe, and peace out.
On Kaiser Super saying, y'all, stay golden and happy holidays.
This has been another episode of the Blindside Podcast. Be sure to follow on Spotify and YouTube and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single episode. And be sure to comment and leave your favorite holiday memories in the comments section below.